exhaust fumes. Just makes you realise what you're missing, doesn't it?
Makes me wonder if we're doing the right thing coming down here.
We couldn't not do it, Mum.
He's right, it'll be a laugh.
But say if there is something hidden, money or jewellery or whatever, what do we do? Keep it or what?
Yeah, and we don't tell anyone.
Right, let's look at the map.
Not here.
Why not?
Well, because at the top of the letter he says, if you're reading this, then I'm already dead.
So, we could kill him.
Why don't we just go on to the last point on the map? What is it? Number 6. Get it over with.
No, you don't understand. See, we've got to visit all 6 places to get a key word. There's no beginning or end.
Oh, what a natter Reg was. I feel as if I'm never going to get rid of him, even if he is dead and buried.
Come on, Viv, lighten up. We're having fun. The worst we can do is visit a few places. Doing a good job, Nick. It's appreciated.
I'm trying to. Well, I'm trying to keep myself from worrying about Alice. But I keep thinking about her and...
Any news where there might be?
I think they're with Michael. And that could be abroad, couldn't it?
Could be, but I don't think so. Look, I know it's difficult, but you're gonna have to be patient.
You wouldn't be saying that so easily, Eric, if somebody you'd loved had been snatched away from you.
Nick, why do you think I'm organising this memorial ceremony?
I'm sorry, it's just my head's spinning with it all.
At least she's alive and being cared for.
I keep dreaming about her. Do you know, I woke up the other night thinking they'd be at Leeds Station. So I went all the way there just for a look. And I know it's daft, but when I finished here, I'm going to pop into Autumn. Have a look around the bus station. You never know.
I think you'd be better off at home.
How long you been watching?
Oh, not long.
What's so fascinating about a ploughed field?
Oh, I was just out for a stroll, doing a bit of thinking. You know how it is. You were a world away yourself.
So it is with farming. Get into a routine and the world just slips by.
So when's the competition then?
October.
October.
So, Lynn, you're walking the countryside, watching a bit of ploughing, pondering your thoughts. What is it, midsummer madness or what? Don't tell me you're smitten with Sven.
Depends what you mean by smitten.
Lynn Whiteley, how long have I known you?
Long enough. You don't think I'm being stupid, do you?
I don't know. If an Aussie Viking is what you want, so be it. Sven, son of Olaf and Hildegard and all that.
I know. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'll sort myself out somehow. How's young Victoria?
Still the same. Jack and Sarah won't admit it, but they're worried sick. Still, she's at Killingbeck Hospital. Maybe the doctors there can sort her out.
Killingbeck's got to be one of the best. Fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah, that's all we can do.
How about I drag you away from all this and take you for a late ploughman's lunch?
Very funny. Now, I'll tell you what. How about you and me have a little bite to eat tonight? And then we'll sort out your love life.
Just like that?
Yeah.
All right. Might start some tongues wagging there.
Again.
Afternoon all. Alan?
Hello, Nick. What can I get you?
No thanks. I'm just making the final arrangements for the memorial ceremony. You are coming, aren't you?
Yes, of course.
Oh. Right. Well, it was advice I wanted to ask you, actually.
Glad to be of service.
I originally was going to open the ceremony myself, but I've been having second thoughts.
Why's that?
Oh, doesn't it seem a bit ostentatious?
No, not at all. Well, it's your idea, your money. Nobody would think any of the worse of you for doing that.
Oh. Right, Alan. See you.
You sure you won't have a drink?
No thanks. I really should eat something first. Go on then, I'll just have a small one.
Now, you're the second person today who's mentioned food. I think I shall have to start doing those lunches again.
Well, pub grub's always been popular, isn't it? You'd have to take on some extra staff, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, I don't think so. Of course, Shirley was much better at the simple stuff, but I can try.
She'll always be in our thoughts, Alan.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Eric. And I shall have to use that microwave again. flying in the face of fine cuisine, but there we are.
Oh, sorry. There you go. Have one yourself, Alan.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, just to be sociable. It's a quiet affair, this memorial ceremony, is it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. We don't want any of that press nonsense, do we?
No, absolutely not.
Here. It's hot and wet. That's about the best that can be said of it.
Thanks.
She'll be all right. This hospital's still one of the world's finest. They'll sort her out. Look, she'll be bringing us tea when we're sitting in our rocking chairs back in Emmerdale. We'll be sitting there wondering where she's going out to at night, what sort of company she's keeping. Complaining about her not wearing the sort of clothes that we approve of. All that sort of everyday stuff.
Oh, God, I hope so, Jack. She can go wherever she wants, with whoever she wants, and wear whatever she wants, just as long as she lives. I don't care if she's not 100% well, I'll look after her.
So this is where he was born, then?
It wasn't a supermarket when he was born, stupid. His house was here, 56 Rickmansworth Street.
Of course I know it wasn't a supermarket. I'm not daft, you know. Look, you never told me much about him. Like, you know, has he got any brothers or sisters?
2 of each, and you don't want to know any of them.
I didn't say I did. I just want his inheritance.
I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Yeah, it's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
Brought up very similar, I should think. 2 up, 2 down, shared outside toilet.
How's that going to help?
Anyway, to stand near the statue and look at the Roman road, apparently.
Why?
Because Nutty Reg says so.
Don't keep calling him that.
Well, he was.
It doesn't matter. It's not nice to call anyone that.
Turn to your extreme right. What can you see?
Nothing much.
Well, it can't be that then, can it?
Here, let's have a look at the clue. Got it!
What is it?
No parking sign.
Is that it? A no parking sign?
No, look, the end's missing. I reckon we ought to take that down.
What, the sign?
No, I mean right end down so we don't forget it. I reckon that's our first letter, don't you?
Oh, right, yeah.
So where to next then?
Looks like his old school.
Where's that? Eton or Harrow?
Canal Street Primary, I'm afraid. We can't afford it. Come on.
Well, I couldn't wish for better company, but I think I'd better take myself along. All good things come to an end.
No, another one on me, old chap. Must be a great comfort to you, this memorial ceremony.
Yes, it is. Then again, it's the final letting go. After tomorrow, there'll be nothing more I can do for her.
Oh, you did her proud, Eric. And you were a fine example to me, too.
Hardly, Alan. I just did what I thought was correct. You know, in a bizarre way, Michael helped me get through the grief.
Surely not. After all those wild accusations linking you to Elizabeth's death?
Yeah. Strange as it seems. I had so much to contend with that. I had little time to descend into the pits of despair. Elizabeth meant so much to me.
Yes. Yes, I know. We all felt so sorry for you when Michael was making all those accusations.
It was almost a relief when he did attack me.
Really?
I don't quite mean relief. But I'd been expecting him to have a go when he first started accusing me.
You must have been beside yourself with grief.
Tragedy is, we both lost the one person we loved the most. There were times when he'd hurl such terrible abuse at me, and all I wanted to do was just reach out. Give him a shoulder to cry on.
Yes, I know how you must have felt. fate's been very cruel to us. Shirley had a daughter out there somewhere. I shall probably never meet her. You may never see Michael again.
Oh. I just wish we could have made our peace together. Knowing where he was would be a good start.
Why don't they let us know what's happening?
Jack, don't be so impatient. They're doing their best. Look, why don't you go for a walk? Waiting around's making you edgy.
Well, I'll go and get some fresh air then. I won't be long. Do you want anything?
Oh, no thanks. Your daddy's used to the open spaces, not being cooped up. He's going to love showing you the farm. And you're going to love being there. Lots of space for you to play in. Lots of things to do. You can have your own animals. And your own little bit of ground to grow things in. There's so much for you to do. So much for you to live for, Victoria.
Come on then, Viv. What's the story with this place?
Well, this is where he's supposed to have gone to school. I don't know why, but he was proud of his humble beginnings. The fact that he never rose above them didn't seem to bother him much.
Anyway, something here is going to give us another one of our letters.
Right. Stand in front of the main steps and look at the sign to the right of them.
It must be I, look! The eye's missing! Oh, brilliant! Write that down! So this is where he went to school, then?
Well, supposed to have been, but I don't think he went there that much.
What's up?
It's stupid, really, but he always went on about it.
Well, tell us, Mum.
Well, Reg wanted to join this gang. And to join, you had to either nick something unusual or nick it from an unusual place.
So he pinched something, then?
He was only 8 and he pinched a monkey.
He nicked 50 quid when he was 8. Must have been worth a fortune back then.
Now, don't you start getting impressed by him, Scott. He was a villain, and don't you forget it.
It couldn't have been that unusual. I mean, where did you get it from?
And that's just it. It wasn't 50 quid. It was a real live monkey, and he stole it from the pets department in Harrods.
Oh, brilliant!
Alice? Alice?
Alice? Daddy!
You all right? Where have you been? Where did you get these clothes from?
Mummy got them.
Where's Mummy? Elsa, what the hell is going on?
She's come home.
What's it to be, Jack?
Orange juice, please.
Oh, orange juice.
An orange juice. I'm going out for a meal. I don't want to be pie-eyed when I get there.
Oh, a meal, eh? And we're nice.
You to be on a bender or something?
Huh?
No, certainly not. No, we've been having a convivial late afternoon, early evening drink, and we've exchanged a few views. We have talked of many things.
The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes, of ships,
and sealing wax, and cabbages,
and kings.
Whoa. Who are you taking to this meal, then? You can't be going on your own.
Never you mind.
Oh, doesn't one has to know?
Well, can we assume that it's a lady?
I'd never assume anything about a woman.
Oh, so at least we know it's one of those, then.
Hey, you don't know how lucky you are, do you?
How'd you make that out?
Well, you're young.
Compared to what?
Listen to the man, Joe. Years and years of being a landlord, you acquire a great deal of wisdom.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll tell you something now. And I mean this as a friend.
Friendship can't be bought, it has to be earned.
Right. Well said, Eric. We have been through a great deal together, we three.
What were you going to tell him?
You haven't told me anything yet.
Remember the wisdom of silence.
Yes, quite right. Well said, Eric.
Was that it?
Is this your mystery guest this evening?
There's no mystery about it. What are you having?
Draw out one, please.
You two don't know how lucky you are. Isn't that right, Alan?
Absolutely, old boy, yeah.
I think we'll leave them two to it, eh?
Right, Joe.
If I may be so bold.
I'm sorry, Eric. No, I'm already spoken for this evening.
I was just going to ask if you'd mind if I paid a compliment to your charming partner for her graceful and appealing appearance.
You don't have to ask him if you want to speak to me, whatever it is you've got to say.
That's the trouble with feminists. They have no sense of humour.
Sure, yeah, sit over there. After all, we've got lots to talk about.
Yeah, right, Joe. Receiving a compliment from you, Eric, is like being given the freedom of the city.
Oh.
Sarajevo. Who said I'd lost my sense of humour?
You think we're witnessing a renewed romance?
Well, if we are, I wish them well. I think a toast is in order. Is it my round?
I reckon we've been at it all afternoon.
But Eric Pollard wasn't dipping into his pocket too often.
Mr. Generous, the man who single-handedly paid for all the memorials.
I still can't work out why he's doing all that. It's just so out of character.
Yeah, anyway, I thought we were here to talk about your life, not Eric Pollard's. Are you going to sail off into the sunset with Sven, or what?
Oh, I know. It's stupid me even thinking about it. He is good with Petey, you know. I think that's coloured my judgment. That and his perfect body.
Yeah, but could you wash his socks and his underpants? I've heard that's a good test for romantic feelings.
He's used to washing his own. Anyway, I've come to my senses now. When he comes back, I'll say thanks for the offer, but I'm staying here.
I know what I'd do in your shoes.
What's that?
Be off like a shot.
Joe Sugden, you amaze me.
Maybe I'm just trying to encourage you to do something that I haven't got the bottle to do myself. Get out and see the world.
So if it's so easy for me to move on, what's stopping you doing it?
A farm, a family, tradition.
And the fact that you're scared stiff of trying something completely new?
Yeah, there is that and all.
No. I've decided to stay and look for a house in Emmerdale. Tell you what, Sven could always take you. You'd make an ideal couple.
The odd couple, more like. Look, Lynn, this might be the last chance you'll get in your life. You don't want to sit back in years to come and wonder if only.
Well, I might try the luncheons again tomorrow. What do you think?
Well, if you do, I'll be your first customer. If your prices are reasonable.
No, to you, old chap. You're free.
Oh. You are a gentleman.
Oh, Eric. I do miss her. I really do.
I know what you're going through, old boy, because I've been there. But you've got to hang on. Now is the time when you find out who your real friends are.
Oh, I know, Eric. Believe me, I know.
She's fast asleep.
I'm not surprised. We've been travelling a while.
What made you change your mind, then?
She did. She kept asking me when Daddy was going to join us on our holiday. I I realised it was very cruel keeping her away from you.
I'm glad you brought her back, Elsa. But you should never have taken her in the first place.
Yeah, all right, Nick. I know that now. She's made me realise that she's better off with you, and I don't need a lecture, thank you.
I wasn't going to give you a lecture. But we need to decide once and for all what's best for Alice. And I need to know that you won't do this again.
I won't take her away again. I've said she's better off with you. As long as I can see her when I want to.
Yeah, well, we've got to work that out.
Do you mean that?
Look, Elsa, can you not see the sense in it? You can't just drop in on us without warning and expect to take her out and that. Look, she needs stability and routine. And you can see her when it fits into that routine.
I am a mother. I know I shouldn't have taken her away, but she still needs a mum.
Now, look, Elsa, I'm gonna have to phone the authorities and let them know that she's back.
Not yet, Nick.
Best sooner than later.
Well, we could always have a rest here on board. We can make ourselves really at home here. This is one of Her Majesty's ships. We're all Windsors, aren't we?
Come off it, Vic. I reckon Reg was just having us on.
Well, I don't think so. Why should he do that?
Scott, I know you don't like me saying so. He's got the three of us wandering all over London. For what?
For what? This could affect the rest of our futures. Did you ever come here with him?
I don't know. Could have done. With him, without him, who knows? Most East End families come here at one time or another.
What about the Queen? I mean, it's her ship. You said so yourself, Dad. Maybe she had something to do with it?
Shame she's not on board. We could have asked her.
Look, it mentions her in here. I'll think, Mum.
I've told you, I'm worn out with it all. I can't think of anything that connects your father with the Belfast. He didn't even pay his taxes to help with the upkeep.
Well, I reckon it's got to be W. I mean, he couldn't have left nothing on board for us to see, so it's got to be personal. Must be W. You know, connection with the Windsors.
Well, it sounds as good as anything I could think of.
This is important, not just to me, but to all of us.
I just don't want you building up your hopes, Scott. He was a villain, and a selfish one at that.
Well, he came up for us. And he cared enough to do that, and he cared enough to do all this. I reckon we got 4 letters now. N, D, I, and W. We've got to keep going.
Don't worry, she's fine.